Hi guys, I'm Randy, and this is episode 3 of Attack on Titan. I'm so excited for this one. Oh, and before I forget, the link to the full length reaction is in the description below. Anyways, I am super excited to be watching episode 3, and I am so hopeful going into this, honestly. Especially after those last two episodes, I feel like I kind of need to be hopeful because I'm not too sure if I'm prepared to watch another devastating episode. Like at the end, it kind of seemed like the three main characters were at like a training camp kind of thing. I'm not too sure, but let's hope it's the start of not sadness. Anyways, I think I'm going to keep this intro kind of short because there's not really much to talk about those last two episodes, so let's just jump right into it. Okay, so honestly, I liked this episode a lot. This was exactly the kind of episode I was hoping for, actually. Mainly because it wasn't super sad like the last two, and I am very happy about that. This is exactly what I wanted, and it did not disappoint. Also, that little plot twist at the end. What? When it turns out his gear was broken the entire time, like, I did not see that one coming at all. Honestly, it seemed really believable that he was just bad at it. Like, I just assumed he was bad at it. They had me convinced, anyways. Because it makes sense, really. He was talking about, like, the day he got here, about how he wants to kill the Titans, and he was being kind of cocky about it. Well, I didn't really think he was being that cocky about it, but that one guy did. And I guess he mentioned about how some people were just too weak to be soldiers and they should just be carted off, or like that's the policy or whatever. If they can't pass the test, they leave right away, I guess. But then, like, also in episode 1, we had, like, when they first met Armin, like, the bullies didn't run away when Eren showed up. Eren, I forget how to, I don't really know how to say his name. They didn't run away when he showed up. They ran away when Mikasa showed up. So it's like, it makes sense for her to be really good at it and for him not to be good at it, you know? But then to find out his gear was missing this entire, not missing, but his gear was messed up this entire time. Like, oh my god. I was not expecting that at all. We also met like tons of new characters in this episode. None of which I remember the names of. Not even a little bit. I mean, there were some standout characters, obviously, but it's so hard to tell who's gonna be like characters I should definitely remember and who's just gonna be characters that were like in this one episode and that was it. You know? I mean, off the top of my head, the characters I remember are like the potato girl, obviously. And then we had that guy who has a crush on Mikasa. And then we have those two other guys that helped them at the end there when they went up that mountain. But those are really the only ones I remember. There was like other ones I remember, but they never really did anything significant enough for me to like be like, "Oh yeah, I remember that guy that did this little tiny thing at lunch." Like the characters we just seen a few times and that was it. And I have no idea if I was just looking at background characters or if they were actually, going to be here for a while. But I guess we'll see. I mean, it is only episode 3, so. But, oh yeah, one last thing before I finish this off. That guy, that training instructor, or whatever, the boss guy, he knew one of Eren's parents, I guess. I don't know. It mentioned. It said his. It said their name. I forget what the name was. I'm definitely gonna have to go back and look that up. But not knowing his name isn't gonna make me suddenly remember which parent it is because I'm not too sure if he was talking about his mom or his dad. Um, I don't think we know much about his parents at all, to be honest. Like Eren's mom, I think she just stayed home. Like, I don't really know if she had a job or anything. Aaron's dad was a doctor, I think. I don't know either of their names, so I don't know which one he was talking about. But he knew one of his parents. I'm definitely going to have to go back, watch this episode again, find out what name he said, and then rewatch episode 1, which, sad, and then figure out which parent had that name, I guess. But anyways, I think that's everything I have to say for this episode, so bye.